Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thank you so much for joining me on your May 2022 month ahead reading. Just to let you guys know, I'm back on YouTube now. For those of you that wrote to me asking where I was, thank you so much. I'm not bad at all, doing really well. Just fancied a bit of a break over the last 6 months just to focus on some other stuff. But I'm back. Feeling good, feeling fresh and raring to go. So yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy your reading. Also guys, I'm going to be on Patreon soon. It actually should be up by now. So if you'd like to support me over there, feel free to. All the details are below. Thanks for your time, guys. See you on your reading. Bye-bye. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thank you so much for joining me on your May 2022 month ahead reading. Really good to be back with you guys. I'm going to try and be a little bit more consistent now on a monthly basis if I can. But yeah, really looking forward to sharing my insights. This month, guys, we are using the Maggie Stiefwater, I think that's how you pronounce her. Sorry, Maggie. Deck, the Scorpio Sea Tarot. I've been using this quite a bit actually for clients, and I really love this deck. It's just gorgeous. Your spiritual message for the month is Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish. Self-care message for the month is the Self-Care Wisdom cards by Cheryl Richardson. And your angelic message for the month comes from the Angels Among Us deck. Okay, by, I think that's a Victoria Maxwell and Ellie, I can't read the last name there. Let's just call her Ellie. Okay, so yeah, we're going to use these decks for this month, guys. For the message, we're looking at just an overall message from the tarot for the month. We look at the past in 3 cards, your present in 3 cards, your future in 3 cards for the month, and then the overall advice in the last row. Okay, so yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy. Also, make sure, guys, that you join me on my Patreon, and also if you'd like to order a reading from me, the link is in the comment section below. All right, sit back, relax and enjoy. Happy birthday, Taurus. Welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Let's look at your messages from the tarot for May. Okay, Taurus, let's have a look at May. So we're looking at the past of the situation. We've got the 3. So yeah, the 3 of Swords would indicate that there's been some hurt that some few Taurians have been through. The 3 of Swords is hurt, it's regret. It's a card about feeling just depression. There are certain cards within the tarot that really kind of highlight a great deal of pain endured by the sufferer. But I see healing here. I see that some of you guys have really you've got the 4 of Swords, which is recovery. So some of you guys have been recovering from a very painful situation in the past. The 2 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Pentacles is juggling. The 2 of Pentacles, if you look on this particular depiction of the 2 of Pentacles through the Scorpio Sea Tarot, we've got a girl who's knitting and she's also got a cat on her shoulder. So she's having to pay attention to others. It's a card about juggling. It's a card about change. So I'm just seeing that there was a painful situation here. I see that there has been some recovery here. I think with the 2 of Coins, really, when I look at the 2 of Coins, it reminds me of the idea of juggling. It reminds me of the idea of managing as well. It is a financial card, which indicates the need to manage one's finances as well. So there may have been a painful situation. Perhaps the recovery involves the management of something financial with the 2 of Pentacles, or perhaps some of you guys have simply just been managing some form of recovery process here with that 2 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Presently, following on from that, we have the Chariot, which is good because I see you guys, and also with the 2 of Coins, there could have been some adjustments that have been made as well. This is the card of adjustment. So it may be that some of you guys were going through a very painful situation. your recovery. You've gone through some form of recovery concerning that, and the recovery might have come through by having to make certain adjustments with the Two of Pentacles. So I'm actually going to read it like that and say that I feel that there was a painful situation for some of you Taurians. You've been going through a recovery process you've been recovering through that, but there's been some adjustments that you've needed to make as a result of that. And I think that whatever these adjustments that you've made, Taurus, it's put you in a position with that Chariot where you're in a much stronger position. You've really taken control. The Chariot is a major arcana, so the life lesson of a Chariot is really to put yourself back in the driving seat of life and to take control of difficult situation. The Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands, new beginnings. This is empowerment. So I actually feel here that this has led to you guys being in a really kind of stronger position. You've taken control. It may be that there's something new that's sprung up from this, but also I feel that this has put you in a position where you felt back in control and you felt very empowered with that Ace of Wands as well. And happy with the Nine of Cups. So I just see empowerment and happiness here, which is really good. So right now, for some of you Taurians, yeah, you did go through something here. But I think when I look at this, reading, Taurians, what this kind of says to me is that you're in probably one of the best positions that you've ever been in for a lot of you guys. Or if that's not the case, a lot of people watch YouTube tarot readings because they're not in such a great place. But right now, if you don't feel this, and this is the energy that's happening around you, that you are in a place of control, Chariot. And this control has empowered you with the Nine of Wands energy. Because Ace of Wands energy. Ace of Wands isn't just about new beginnings and inspiration. And, you know, it may be that this position of control that you're in for some of you Taurians has inspired you with the Ace of Wands energy just to do the things that you love with that Nine of Cups, or just to be happy, or just to be satisfied with certain things. The Nine of Cups is a luxury card, but it can be a card that represents the idea of just being satisfied with what you have. Okay, because you don't have to have riches with a Nine of Cups. It is the wish fulfillment card, but it is also a card that says, you know what, actually, I just feel good with what I have, and that's fine too. It's a really good card just for being happy. So it might have inspired you. This place of control that you're in right now might have, with the Ace of Wands, just inspire you with that Ace of Wands energy, just with this Nine of Cups energy, maybe to do the things that you love, or just to be satisfied with the things that you have. Alternatively, this place of control that you're in at the moment, I think for some of you Taurians, is empowering you now with this Ace of Wands and bringing a great deal of satisfaction and happiness, because you have recovered from whatever this heartbreak was, and you have made a few adjustments, I think, going forward. For some of you guys, it might be financial adjustments because of the Two of Pentacles. In the future, what do we see of May? Wow, Nine of Coins. Well, this is great. I love it. I've worked with this deck only a few times now, and I've had it like a year and a half or something. But the more I discover about the cards, I've never seen this particular card, it's just not come out for a client. But the more that I see these cards, the more joyous I am that I bought this deck. I really, really like it. The Nine of Coins is luxury. It's financial independence. You can see here on this card, it reminds me of the Nine of Cups. Usually, on a lot of depictions of the Nine of Cups, you actually get it like this. Lots of food and lots of good things, and there's an abundance. So I just see an abundance of resources here, because Pentacles deal with the concept of resources, and food is a resource that we all need. So I just see an abundance. This could be just a metaphor for, just for resources and material stuff. So there's just there's affluence here going through into, and I think this might be a financial thing for some of you guys, but there is affluence here going through into May, into the end of May, with the Nine of Pentacles energy showing here. It's definitely work and money. Knight of Coins energy showing here. So financially should be steady with the Knight of Coins energy. I see affluence here, the Knight of Coins. Often this can be financial steadiness, financial stability, financial security, or job security is the Knight of Coins. This can also be an idea that one is building as well, their affluence, or building their material wealth, that type of thing. You got all these nines. You got 3 9s, so you're very close to a change here. You're very, very close to some form of a change. Now, the Nine of Wands, it's a protection card. Usually, when you do tarot as well and you read cards differently, like I have something like over 300 decks, which is really interesting because I will read certain cards differently on different decks. It depends on what they look like. But this guy looks like he's taken care of his horse. Let me just pick up the card and look at his face. I mean, he's definitely kind of paying great attention. And I would say with the Knight of Coins energy, this is your wealth, this is your savings, this is your income, and this is you guys being really careful around what you're spending. Because the Nine of Wands, this is definitely, for me, it looks financial for sure. It just looks like a financial thing. I think some of you guys went through some difficulty. But I think Taurians are very aware of the value of things as well. I don't do astrology, but from what I've read about Taurus, you like luxury, but also you're very aware of the value of what things are, the value of the dollar, as it were. So I do think with the Three of Swords, you went through some painful situation. I think that you've recovered from it, though, in the past by making certain financial adjustments for some of you guys. Just adjustments, but I would probably say it looks more like financial adjustments with the Two of Pentacles. Right now, as a result of doing those things, some of you guys, you might have gone on a debt plan, or you might have cut certain things out, paying for certain things, or you might have, you know, you may have, you know, stopped going out as much, or, you know, decided to cut off, you know, a service like an internet service or whatever. It looks like you've made some modifications, which is what the Two of Pentacles is, adjustment and modification. It looks to me like you've made those things, and it looks like it's financial. And I think that right now, as a result of that, for some of you Taurians, it's really put you back in that driving seat of the Chariot. And it's inspired you, for some of you guys, just to be happy with what you do have with the Nine of Cups, but also this control that you now find, this very sort of controlled place that you find yourself in with the Chariot. And also I could read it another way as well, thinking about it. The Chariot means to rein in, and the Ace of Wands can definitely be an urge, or it can be an impulse. So this is reining in impulses and being happy with what you have as well. So for some of you guys, because you've made financial adjustments and things like that, some of you guys right now are definitely reining in as well with that Chariot, any type of impulse. And actually with the Nine of Cups, it's to spend. If you want to have a look at the Nine of Cups as a luxury card, it means indulgence. So if this is an impulse and that's indulgence, the Chariot would definitely rein that in. So I'm actually going to read it that way and say that because you're looking to recover from a problem here in the past, and there are adjustments that needed to be made, I think that right now, as an offshoot of that, some of you guys are actually reining in any impulse, Ace of Wands energy, to spend on luxury items and things like that with the Nine of Cups. Now, going forward into the end of May, what that means for you Taurians is that you have the resources that you need, but also you're being careful. Now, both cards, Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, in terms of a financial reading, which I think this may be for many of you guys, I think going forward, what we're going to see going into May, the end of May and out into June, is whereby both cards in terms of finances would represent to be very wary and careful around those finances. The Knight of Coins is very, very careful with his finances. He doesn't spend more than he can. He looks after his finances and he saves them. And the Nine of Wands is always making sure that they're taking care of their finances, because this is the vigilante, this is the bodyguard of the tarot, this is the person who's very, very cautious. So I think going forward we see affluence, we see, you know, you're in a good kind of financial place with the Nine of Coins energy. You've probably got more money in your pocket there, but I also see at the same time being very careful around what you spend by the end of May as well, and just as a way to kind of look after those resources, because some of you guys have been through something and you've had to kind of really shake things up, and you know, you've really had to rein in any impulses to spend on luxury items and that type of thing, which I think is good. What is the advice going forward then? The Six of Cups, which is, I mean, the Six of Cups is to do with the idea of the past, but it's also a card that deals with the idea of naivety as well, because it's a child card, so it's being childish, or it's being naive, or it's not being sensible, this card. It's not a sensible card, because children aren't often sensible. Children are often, they just go with impulse often, you know, if they see something they like it, they want it, that type of thing. This is just the card of naivety as well. But also with that card, because it's the idea of the Six of Cups is naivety, it can also represent ignorance or ignoring what is in front of you. This can be a card that shows you shoving those bills underneath the carpet because you want to live in dream and la la land. Okay, so the Six of Cups, and then we've got the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, the advice of the Five of Cups, this is sadness. and it's regret. But the advice of the Five of Cups is not to focus on the regret. So in fact, with the Six of Cups, this isn't naivety as advice. It's, for me, with the Six of Cups, it's about joy and it's about being happy and not focusing in on the things that you've done in the past. So the Five of Cups probably has regrets over the past. But I think the advice is with these two cards, and I'm actually going to turn that around and read that as a past card, because this is regret over the past. The Three of Coins. Okay, so I feel that here the advice is to lose, even though this isn't reversed, the Five of Cups, as an advice card, it's telling you not to focus on regret. So some of you guys have regrets over the past, but I think the advice is not to focus on those things. Don't focus on what you did before, because you're actually trying to clear it up now from what the cards are saying. The best thing that you can do with the Three of Coins is focus on working with others, because Three of Coins is working within a team of others, working alongside others, so that you can clear this stuff up. And you've already made these strides, because you've overcome difficulty, you're recovering from it by making adjustments. That's the past card. You're reining in any impulses to spend on luxury items, probably with the Chariot, Ace of Wands and the Nine of Cups. And going forward into the end of May, what we're seeing is a lot more of a lot more healthier position concerning your finances, because this is, you can see here, you've got food on the table, you've got resources there, but also you're being very careful around what you're saving as well. You're being very cautious and very careful in terms of spending and that type of thing, because that's what those two cards are when it comes to finances. And going forward, the cards are saying don't beat yourself up about what you did in the past, Taurus. Look at it as a lesson and look to now work with others with the Three of Coins energy showing there in order to kind of rebuild yourself up financially. What is the spiritual message for May? Oh, sorry, that's not. So it's a blessing on your wisdom. I knew that I'd done that reversed. So yeah, the message for May is, the message from Spirit is they're giving you a blessing on your wisdom. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look in the book at this. So where have we got? We've got number 36. So a blessing on your wisdom, so a blessing to grow and develop wise ways within your lives. And that makes sense judging by what the reading is, because there is regret over, and also this isn't just the past, as I've said. The Six of Cups is kind of that sort of ignorance that we have, because it's a child card. Children are oblivious and ignorant to certain things, you know, and it's fine in childhood when you do that, because you're only a child, and as you grow and you develop, you learn how to be more wiser and how to be more intelligent about the things that you do. But there's regrets perhaps over being naive when it comes to your finances as well. And the universe is saying, don't focus on that. Focus on how you work and work with others, and, you know, how you can also, threes represent creation as well. So the creation of money. So the focus needs to be on how do you create more resources for yourself, because it's a Three of Pentacles. Pentacles are money and threes are creation. So don't focus on maybe the naivety or the way that you were in the past surrounding your income, your money, your expenditure. Forget the regretting of that. It will just keep you back. What you need to be doing is thinking forward and focusing on how you can create more abundance going forward. And the universe is saying this, the spiritual message for you is, this is a blessing on your wisdom, okay? And it's a blessing to grow and develop wise ways within our lives, okay? For us to respond from a place of experience and consideration, married with instinct and intuition. Brilliant. The message here is sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. So decision. Interesting. That could refer to something else. I'm not sure how it actually tallies in with this reading, because I think that there are decisions, definitive decisions that you have to make around this energy here. But in something else, maybe this could, you know, this could respond to something else going on in your life, that sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. Or it could simply be as well responding to this energy here in your present, where there's a need to control any type of impulse with that Ace of Wands to, you know, be haphazard and spend, you know, unwisely and that type of thing. Especially with the Nine of Cups, is a great card for luxury items, but sometimes they're just items you don't need. So, you know, if you do come across something like this, sometimes the best decision is not to make a decision to buy anything at all and just let it go. Finally, a message from your angels is Goddess Lakshmi, prosperity, beauty and fortune is coming to you. Fantastic. Let's have a look at what she has to tell you here. Number 28. I love this deck. It's gorgeous. Okay, so let's have a look. So Goddess Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of prosperity, fortune and beauty. She is respected and revered in the Buddhist and Jain paths, as well as in New Age and other spiritual belief systems. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and can be called upon for any issues relating to money, finances, abundance. And it's so funny that she shows up, because this is exactly what I felt that the reading was saying. And obviously we didn't know what this card was when we pulled it. So it really does tally in very, very well with this. And also wisdom. It's about being wiser in terms of how you spend your cash. Is it necessary? Is what you're buying necessary? Do you need to make some changes and adjustments? Because Two of Coins is change and adjustment. What are the changes and adjustments that you need to make? There's a need for more wisdom in terms of how you're handling your cash. But the universe still says at the same time, any issues relating to money, finances, abundance and material wealth, that is Goddess Lakshmi's area. Connecting you to the energy of prosperity consciousness, Lakshmi shows you that money is energy, and that true wealth and abundance is not about how much money you have in the bank. It is a feeling and energy, a way of being. Okay? So yeah, it's just, I think the message here from the angels is to focus on creating more prosperity, but don't just put prosperity down to money. It's in all areas of your life. It's in your home, it's in your love and relationships, you know, it's in your spirituality, it's in your well-being, you know, all of those things. Here, when we see not to focus on the past, not to focus on the naivety or the naive stance you've taken in the past when it's come to your money, now is a time to focus on creating more abundance, but creating abundance and wealth, not just in your finances, but also in all other areas of your life that bring fulfillment. Usually when we're spending haphazardly on things that we don't need, it's really just filling up a place of emptiness. So maybe the true answer here for May is to focus on other areas that can bring you abundance and happiness and wealth, and that could be in your health. Maybe go to the gym more for some of you guys, or spend more time with friends or family, or that type of thing. Anything that kind of takes you away from spending unnecessarily on things that probably aren't going to serve your highest self in the end. All right, that is your reading for the month of May, guys. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. As I've mentioned, if you like a personal reading with me, click on the link in the comment section below. And yeah, see you guys really soon. Make sure that you tap into my Patreon too. It's up now. Take care. Bye-bye.